welcome to our new podcast show. It's called Product of My Environment. For short, it's basically P.O.M.E. I myself, Joe, I'm an artist and a fashion designer. Also, I work in the IT industry. I'm with my co-host today with, on my left hand side, we've got
Dr. Pizzle, guys, Dr. Doc Pizzle. So I'm an actor as well, also work in the IT industry alongside Joe. And fun fact for you, I'm actually from Nigeria. I live in London. Should I tell them where we're currently at?
You
don't need to give them the location. Just know I'm from Nigeria, Port Harcourt City to be exact. But we're here doing our thing now, and we've got another co-host on our side.
Yeah. So my name is Jesse Osa. I'm a fashion designer. Also working in the IT sector. Also started a YouTube channel, so it's Jesse Osa. You can find me. Yeah, man. I'm here.
I just plugged his socials in there already.
Exactly.
Follow my thing before the thing.
Yeah, follow my thing as well as Joe Nosa.
Trust.
Yeah. So today, basically got a lot of exciting topics to speak about today. Firstly, we just want to catch up about the COVID-19. How's basically COVID? How's COVID affected your life over the past few months?
I'm not gonna lie. Let me. First of all, yeah. When COVID kicked off, I think it's fair to say. Actually, I'm just speaking for myself. The only thing I was excited about was working from home. I'm sure a lot of people can relate. I was gassed. I just wanted to work from home. Friends were like, "Oh, don't worry about coming to the office." I was like, "What?" Say no. So basically, what I was saying was, the only thing I was excited about was working from home. A lot of people can relate. I'm sure you could. No, hang on. You had to go into office, bro.
You know what it is? Yeah.
I remember this guy was telling me that he was calling me when I'm working from home and he's saying, "Oh, fam, I'm driving to the office." I'm like, "Bruv, I used to do some graveyard."
I'm telling you, look, but basically, because obviously, while I was working at the time, it was a car company, so I was in IT and everything, but because it was a manufacturing plant, the IT that I was doing was basically within the plant, and we can't really do a lot of stuff from home just because of like data breaching and stuff like that. So being able to connect to the computers at work was a bit of a breaching data and stuff like that. A lot of internet security stuff. So a lot of the stuff that we're doing, we actually physically needed to be in the plant on site. So whilst all of my friends are working from home and everything, I'm going into the office, bro, on a regular basis. And obviously, like at that time, COVID was picking up, so everyone actually was scared about the whole situation. So I'm thinking, well, like my company don't care about me. If I learned anything about that time was, these people just care about their money and their business. So that definitely, I had some thinking at that time, like, when am I gonna start working from home? So like, I think about a month or 2 months in, and then after a while, they told us to start working from home. So yeah, it was alright afterwards, bro. Initially, man, it was long. I'll tell you that.
It's fucking long, bro.
I didn't really have that type of issue because when COVID started to come in, like the news started to come in, I went into the office and obviously we got sent home during my shift.
You got sent home?
Yeah, everyone got sent home. They're like, take your computer, whatever, take it home, blah, 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 and start working from home. So it wasn't too bad. Like, we kind of knew. Because we came into the office, people acting a bit dodgy, no one was working, so I was like, what's going on? And then the next minute they were like, all right, everyone, pack your stuff, work from home now. Government said,
actually sent you man home, bro.
That's magic. That's how you're sick.
Like, why you working like, bro, go home.
Trust me. Well, so what? COVID wasn't there at like 7, 8 a.m. It came back
at the time.
Come at midday and they're like, COVID is here, get out.
But like at first, I did enjoy it because obviously I'm working from home. I didn't have to get up because obviously it's like 40 minutes away to get to the office, so I didn't have to deal with that morning issue because I'm not a morning person. But then obviously a month or 2 months later, I'm like, shit, I can't even do nothing. I can't go nowhere. So it's like I sort of like kind of miss going back to the office. But then at the same time, I got used to staying at home. I didn't really want to go back to the office and meet them, man. That's where like I'm coming from. They're a bit more formal. They stay at home. They already got their life, so they're a bit older, innit? So they're not really my age group, so they won't really understand me. So conversating with them in the office is usually quite formal. So I didn't really mind staying back home. I didn't really want to go back.
Okay.
I'm calm with that.
Yeah, he ain't trying to be around them anyways.
Yeah, but you know the way it is now, I don't really know where this COVID is going. Like, what do you guys think? I don't know what's going on.
First of all, let me even give you my story of how COVID kicked off. When did we hear about COVID? Last year, we heard there was a little something going on in China.
Yeah.
We just caught wind of it in the UK. It wasn't here, but we didn't know it was here. But it might have been, who knows? But back then, like November, December times, it's like we're hearing stuff going on in China.
Yeah.
And come January, was that when we got our first case? Our first few cases.
I think
Around that time,
something
I know I went Milan. I went Milan in February, and COVID was already here, but it wasn't. The numbers weren't that bad. Went Milan in February, like mid-February. Bruv, COVID. When we left, we found out that COVID was bad here, so shit was already peak while we were out there.
Yeah.
When we got there, I'm saying we, like you might know who I went there with. When we got there was one case of COVID in Italy. Bro, the day we were coming back, the numbers rose to like 300.
Oh shit.
Do you know how peak it was? Because like the whole of Milan lockdown, no one was on the road.
Yeah.
Man's on there on holiday. Valentine's Day. Man is out there and the numbers have gone up, so it's like, oh bro, we've come back now to the UK. My work have told me, bro, don't come back. Because I told them when I was going to Italy, and obviously in the news, like Italy had just got hit bad.
Yeah.
And they went straight into lockdown. Like, no, don't come to the office, bro. It's alright. I thought I was getting sacked. But you know when my manager calls me, he's like, so basically, mate, yeah, we don't want you back in the office. I was like, man, terminating my contract or something. Like, bro, what's going on? They're like, yeah, we don't want you back. Obviously, we know you've just been out to Italy and they're having their own little crisis down there. So it's best for you to isolate. That's when I found out the government said isolate for 14 days.
Yeah.
Oh, I swear. Alright.
That's amazing still.
I worked from home for 14 days. Worked from home for 14 days. After that, I went back to the office for 2 days. Full on lockdown. Not even lockdown, yeah, everyone had to work from home.
Yeah.
So I didn't even go back to the office. I've been working from home ever since February, mid-February.
Yeah.
I got sick of that shit.
That's mad.
Yeah, it's boring, man. Like,
Sick of
I mean, it's a bit of a sticky one because now we're used to it. Like, because you work in IT, I work in IT. You don't really need to go to the office.
Yeah.
It's calm.
Yeah.
Just do your thing and then move on to those. And it's good because it allows me to do other projects that I have going on. So in a way, it's helped. But then other projects are affected because of COVID in it. So don't know.
It's a bit mad because like even for me, it was a different experience because like I actually got a new job during the whole time, like during COVID and everything. So like obviously I had the job where I was working like in a manufacturing car company and stuff. So I got a new job which was more of like a financial industry, but still working on the IT, so doing like IT development work and stuff like that. Like programming and all of that. But it was a different sector. And literally I didn't have an induction. Like we were meant to have like an induction where you meet people and like face to face physical thing. But that didn't happen. So they somehow found this online virtual induction for us that we had to do. And then that was a different experience. That was the first time we've experienced that. It was a bit weird because, you know what I mean? It was a bit slower, the startup. And
I read that.
I know, it's a bit mad. It's actually a bit mad. So like, but I actually got the job lined up and sorted out like around like January, February time, innit? So at that time, obviously we were hearing about COVID, but it's not that serious. So I got a job and I actually started like April times. And we were meant to have an induction, like a physical induction, but everything became like a virtual thing. So first time that was happening for the company, for the organization as well as myself. So obviously it was a whole new adjusting. So like I had to adjust to a lot of things basically, or we had to adjust, or the company had to adjust. I think a lot of companies that just don't know how to adjust to situations, they suffer, don't they?
Struggle.
Do you know what I mean? And I guess it's also the finance. If your company's got money to be able to adjust to certain things, they can adjust to it. Like for mine, after the interview and everything, after I got the job, after I did my virtual induction and everything, basically they sent me a laptop. And they was like, oh, you can work from home. So as we speak, I've never been to the office. I don't know what my office is like. I don't know what the sitting plan is like. I don't know what the settings like. None of that. So they sent me a laptop and then they sent me a desktop monitor. So I requested for an extra screen to do like my work and stuff. Like obviously with IT, like programming,
Yeah, you need
all that stuff. You need all of that stuff. So literally they got all the setup for me, all the machines and everything. Like initially they sent me a MacBook. Apparently they was not meant to send me a MacBook. And bro, till now I still got that MacBook by Ruby though. I can't even like I haven't returned it, but I will.
Wait. So they weren't meant to send you the MacBook, but they like, yo, they give it to you anyway.
No, so they was meant to send me a Windows because all my teams are working on Windows. So the first day I started working on the project, I was like, okay, guys, you're talking about Windows, but what? My MacBook is a bit different. So how am I gonna like work with you lot? Yeah. So especially like with programming stuff, C# and everything. It's not really
it's
Windows.
not MacBook thing, right?
Yeah, the MacBook thing. So everyone's using Windows. So in my first day at work, they were shocked. My manager was a bit surprised. Like, wait, you got a MacBook? Do you know what I mean?
And then everyone's just looking at you like.
That's what I mean. So I'm hearing all these guys talking. I'm thinking, wait, mine is a bit different. You know what I'm saying? Why is mine different? But it took about 2-3 weeks for me to get a Windows. So I finally got a HP. So like for the first 3 weeks,
you still got that?
What?
The MacBook.
I still got the MacBook, bro. Like the thing is, like when they delivered my HP laptop, apparently someone was meant to take the MacBook back, but they didn't really do that. So, but I don't know. So, boy, I still got the MacBook in. I haven't told my manager. I was like, I still got the MacBook. You know, it was like, yeah, you want to just hold on to that for a minute.
They're coming for it though.
I mean,
You won't forget, man.
They're coming for that.
I
They might never forget.
It was
inventory, bro.
it's a nice MacBook as well. It's like the latest, like 2019, 2020. Like
Yeah,
it was neat. I was excited when I saw that, but a bit disappointed when I heard it was gonna get taken away. But I still got it at the moment, to be fair. So yeah, it's in there. But anyway, my point is, it's a totally different experience for both the organizations, the organization as well as myself. So yeah, and also COVID hasn't always been as negative as everyone thinks. Obviously, different people have different stories. I'm sure this year there's a lot of people that like achieved a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even artists and stuff.
Bad things have been happening
You know
for
what I mean?
people. Like it's not just negative things. Like you do hear a few success stories as well.
Yeah, you just gotta be lucky. But what was that guy? He did the Pop Smoke remix. What's his name?
Oh, the African guy.
Yeah. He did what's the name?
Billie Jean.
Yeah, that tune. So he did that tune, yeah. And I just feel like that was his moment to blow. And all he needed was some shows.
Yeah.
But because it's during COVID,
show,
he can't even do no shows, he can't get it out there.
And that was a big tune
And
as well.
it's peak.
Massive,
so he
massive.
just like, he must be pissed because that could have been his
Could have been his breakthrough, yeah. Because DJs would be wheeling that.
Yeah.
They were wheeling that, bro. Like,
Because that went viral.
what was that no signal thing? The that platform that was doing the thing during lockdown. No signal.
Yeah, I think.
Big ups to No Signal, to be fair. I shouldn't be doing promo for them. This episode 1.
Big up them.
They're doing their thing, man. And, yeah, that was when I heard the tune in there. Everyone just went mad. Like,
Is that the DJ spin-off thing?
No.
It's not the Versus battle thing.
It was verses, but
Yeah.
I don't, because bare people were doing that.
Yeah, I think because I remember. Obviously, I already heard about the song prior to the No Signal thing. But you're talking about when Burna Boy was playing it in the background or something.
Yeah, so he done the Wizkid versus Vibes Cartel one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was No Signal. And as bro, I don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
So they played it from there, and that's when it started blowing.
Pops
It's
up,
like,
popped up, yeah.
Bro.
Everyone's like, what song is that? What song is that? Do you know
Fam,
what
I had to even look for that and I'm like, the artist missed out on that opportunity.
Yeah, he missed out.
You can tour with that song. You
Yeah.
can tour with that one track,
Yeah.
bro.
You can. Is it not?
Yes, you can. And it's a remix.
It's a remix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a
I
remix.
felt bad for
It's
him,
a
I'm not
madness
gonna
though.
lie, man, because now, obviously,
That's
the
it.
song's worn out.
It's
Like,
mad.
yeah, it's done now.
But to be fair, like there's a few people that did sort of like still blew up. Do you understand? Like someone like Simba, that guy that did the Rover song in it.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I know the song.
Yeah. So, but to be fair, that he the song came out like I think end of last year or sometime near the end of last year.
Yeah.
So the video came out and everything. So so obviously it was popping in it. It would have been even bigger. Do you know what I mean? Because I think he did go into like the charts and stuff.
Yeah.
But it couldn't have been bigger if there was like the clubs were on.
The promos were right, fam. Like you would have, like I think a lot of artists actually had you know, the opportunities, man. But COVID just kind of messed it up for them, bro. Like, just messing people's money, man.
I think this is where you see who will survive in terms of like artist wise, because like you can see who's surviving, who's standing on their own without the shows, and who ain't. You know what I mean? It's just a shame. Like
you realize how like, a lot of shit is just you know, it's all image in it, because like, bro, artists struggle.
Yeah, definitely. Can imagine.
Artists struggles, fam. Like, if you ain't have no P saved up, you splash your money. That's all good on you, fam. But if you ain't got no backup plan, COVID, we'll fuck your shit up, bro. It's unfortunate.
It's mad. It's mad. Like a lot, because if you think about it, nowadays everyone's streaming everything, innit?
Yeah.
So it's like the way an artist can really make a big difference is like the shows, the performances. Yeah. That's how you make money. Just in general, any artist, the biggest way that they can make money it shows and endorsement. And it's like, well, if the whole COVID thing is happening and stuff like that, obviously endorsement is affected as well. Shows is affected. Like that's a big loss.
The only way they can make money is through streams. But in order to get streams, you need clout. And I feel like that's why a lot of artists are doing, you know, they're doing dumb shit right now. Yeah. Just to get out there.
Everyone's online now, really.
Yeah.
You know, the internet's just people doing stuff.
But
no one was releasing music videos then times though. You realise that?
Yeah, it was just
and everything that was being released was like pre-recorded. And
exactly.
Nobody even wants to see that, fam. There were bare haters at that time. They're like, why are you dropping video right now, fam?
Yeah.
Like, if you go on Twitter, or why are you doing this, fam? What's that thing they say? During the pandemic. Fuck off, bro. Trust me. So I can't live life because we're in the pandemic. I get it. But like, don't be a hater, man.
But you know what's mad, Jay? If you think about it, you would think that at the start you think like, yo, everyone's indoors.
Yeah.
No one's going out. Surely people should stream more. Surely people should listen to music more because you're not doing anything.
No, we did consume more during this period.
Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it went up and then it dropped because people just got depressed.
Yeah, because your attention span, like that's what you're doing every day, fam. Like, you can't keep doing that every day. Like, you wouldn't start seeing influencers that were consistent. Yeah. That consistent level starts dropping
because they were limited. Like what? I mean,
there's only so much you can really put out there, and there's so much you can do.
I mean, there's some people who are smart with the like for example, Swarms. Is it Swarms?
Oh, no,
he had that
radio thing.
But he got that from Tory Lanez. You know, Tory Lanez started all this. What's it called? A radio.
Quarantine radio.
Quarantine radio.
Quarantine.
Yeah.
And that's when everyone started to do their whole live. And I think live, if you were an artist or any type of influencer, live is where you were popping off. And that helped.
I think, speaking of Tory Lanez, we'll get back to that. That's a conversation. That's another conversation. Yeah. We'll get to that.
But yeah, I think Swans did his thing with the whole quarantine thing. Because he was just bringing...
He was getting bare hit for that because obviously he was putting the girls, like, you put people on the live and they're twerking and all that. It's like,
and stuff. And
to be fair, his was...
He got locked up a few times.
But it's entertainment, man. If you don't like it, then tune off, bro. Don't criticize next man.
But it's not like he forced them. The girls wanted to jump in.
They wanted to do it because they're looking for clubs.
Yeah, I remember he must have put one of the girls who was trying to like add on to the live, but she got to the live, but she was like, no, let me wait till more people come into the live. Then I saw
that. You just know what they're
doing. It's an opportunity for them to blow, and that's shaking their ass.
Of course.
And you know, a lot of guys wanted to.
Guys want to see that shit. We watch it, and you know, the girls don't mind doing it. If you make your money, how you make your money, and don't criticize man for creating a space where people can do that.
Yeah, he was just he's just having fun.
It's fun, man. We're all trying to have fun because motherfuckers were getting depressed.
Trust me.
You get what I mean? So let him enjoy his thing, man.
And to be honest, like personally. Like, what do you think about that in terms of like the morals behind it and everything? Because I know a lot of people were like cussing him like, oh, you got 1 million followers now because Swampsy managed to secure a million followers. But people are saying, but like people are talking on, you know, Instagram. Is that what you want?
He's an artist, bro.
You know what I mean?
He's an artist. Like, what you're gonna scrutinize artists for entertaining you? It's adult entertainment. You know what I mean? That's what these men subscribe to.
Yeah.
You know, like at the end of the day, if it's not your cup of tea, tune out. You know, you don't want your kids watching it. control what your kids watch.
Yeah,
if you're
exactly.
complaining that it's adult content and you have children under 18 watching stuff like that, then control what your kids are
That's
watching.
true.
You know?
That's true. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I get it because he got those million views from that live situation that he was doing. So obviously people were thinking, oh, but what about once that flops? Like once he stops that, is he gonna lose those followers? Because they all came in for that quarantine radio,
twerking,
for the
all that
twerking
stuff. Yeah.
So is he gonna lose followers after that? Can he keep that up? Are they coming for his music or are they going for?
It don't matter how you make your followers, because like if you're an artist, yeah, obviously you're making music and you want people to acknowledge what you're doing, and the following count, you know, is a nice way to see that growth.
Definitely.
You know, but I've like, you need followers in this
Yeah.
day and age. Like anything you do, you need followers. So whether it's for music or whatever, however you get your followers, just get your followers.
Yeah.
And if they feel like, oh, we actually wanted to subscribe to you because of what you're doing.
So
the
what?
quarantine thing.
Yeah.
If they want to tune out, let
To
them
be
tune
fair,
out.
yeah. Personally, I don't mind. Like whatever way you're doing it, if it works for you, innit? And like it doesn't even matter what followers you're getting. I understand that obviously you want the followers, best followers that gives you interaction and everything. But one thing about an artist, when you put music out there, first of all, you want your music to reach.
Yeah.
Now, if you're putting your music out there and you've got like a small base of fans or base of followers, let's say you've got 200, regardless of how good your music is, if you only reaches 200 people, it's not enough. Do you know what I mean? So for you to be able to convert fans, you need to get the music out there anyway. So even though people are arguing saying that you got 1 million followers, but are they gonna subscribe? But at least they get a chance to hear your music before they can make their mind up if they want to, be a fan or not. But if your music is not reaching anyone or not reaching a certain amount of people, you're not getting nothing. Do you know what I mean? And personally, like I don't even like I understand what people are talking about, girls like degrading themselves or whatever. But if that's what you want to do, no one's forcing you to do that. Innit? And the crazy thing is, people like these stuff. It's a business. Do you know what I'm saying? I think people forget that music is a business.
It's marketing.
So, at the end of the day, it's literally what do my audience want to see? What do they want to see? And obviously, from the sort of his kind of market research, even though it's not proper research, but it kind of is because he must have noticed that his followers or subscribers were increasing based on what the type of content he was showing. So from a marketing perspective and from a businessman perspective, he basically just gave them what they wanted to see. And that's how he went up, and you can't really hate that. Like obviously, it wasn't the cleanest way, but it is what it is.
I think that's the problem with the UK, man. It's just too much hate. There's too much hate over here. Like compared to like places in America, the manners they do, but they still get support. But here, it's like you did that. No. It's like there's too much people watching you and hating on you, and because of that, it's messing people's progress, and it's just a shame.
God, the UK is just such a small place.
Yeah, it's a
small
place,
place.
crazy,
really everything is in London.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what annoys me. Why just London? Like, there's other places around. Obviously, there's a couple of places that are creeping out now. Manchester, Birmingham. But that's about it. Everyone else, they're just ignoring it. They're like, nah. Especially like in the music world, it's like if you're not from London, then you can't talk about certain music. Even though like there's a lot of artists out there that are doing like road type of music, but they're not in the road. But because they're from London, it's calm. He gets it. But if a man is from Cardiff chatting about road, they're like, you're from Cardiff.
What is that? You ain't got no ends around your area.
You know, it's a shame.
It's a bit mad stuff.
But there's talent everywhere. But they're not getting looked at because of their area.
What's my man? It just reminded me of some funny youth from Blackpool, bro. You remember that youth, that little kid?
Which one?
What's that guy? He used to tussle with this yap. I'm calling her yap, she's a young girl at the time. See, I can't even find them, they were funny though. Lil T. Do you remember Lil T?
I don't know. Has he got a song?
Yeah.
I think I'll recognize his music.
Bro, Lil T. Well, you might have heard of Lil T from Blackpool. I think he's from Blackpool.
I think I've heard about something like that,
Bro,
I've heard about something like that still.
that shit was funny, bro. That he was
from
probably
Blackpool still.
Let me see you.
The white guy in it.
Yeah, the look at that. Noisy Blackpool. Controversial rise of Blackpool rap.
Oh yeah. I think I remember
Josh
that
Tate.
still.
Yeah, Little T,
I
bro.
remember that still. Yeah.
Little T, look at that. You never seen that, man?
Oh yeah. I've seen that.
Obviously, he was doing his ranting out in Blackpool, but they were violating him, fam. He was a youth when he started. You know, he was like, I think 11 or 12.
Oh.
Violating him, fam. Boy, like,
Does he still do music? You think? Probably not.
probably allowed it, fam. So. Anyway, if you're not from London, you don't really get the same credibility.
They don't listen to you.
They don't listen to you, fam. So
unless you're doing pop or something, then you know.
man from Manny and Brum, big up JK doing his thing from early days. They're out there, fam.
I think like Manny and Brum, they've tried to push themselves into that scene now recently, like small innit? Like now right about now people are starting to take them more serious. Like before when you're talking about road and all of that stuff in like if you're from Birmingham or Manchester, people don't take it serious. They think it's not from South London, it's not from North London, it's not from West. They think it's a joke thing, but obviously like people live however they want to live. You could be doing road whatever. You could be doing road in Ireland.
That man do road out there, fam.
So that's your life, innit? Do you know what I mean?
It's not just only in London that shit happens, fam. Like when I was in I went to boarding school in Kent, fam. And man, them were doing road out there in Kent.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
That's Kent, fam. Canterbury, bro. You're not even gonna think them, man.
Canterbury.
You know what I mean? You're not even gonna think them, man, are out there active out there, bro. But they're doing their thing, fam. Don't watch it, bro. It's not just London.
Trust me.
It's just you don't
People
know.
doing road in Cowley, bro. You know,
Trust me,
like,
that places are active, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like whatever, man. And yeah, do music. And I think even with music itself, in terms of like the type of music that you do, what do you think? Do you think let's say like the artist and everything,
Yeah.
Do you think it has to be about your life? Like
that's the angle they come at. It's like they say, the music is my music is a reflection of my life and experiences, my background and whatnot. And the media, and when I say the media, you might know what I'm talking about. People try and bring you down and say you're promoting violence and whatnot. You don't necessarily have to speak about your experiences, especially if they're not pleasant. But if that's all you've got to speak about, then express yourself. There shouldn't be anything preventing you from doing that. You know? Especially when you're just trying to make a means for yourself.
But I feel like a lot of artists now, they're not really in that life, but they're using it as a leverage.
Yeah, because people can relate.
Yeah.
People can relate to that.
Yeah. You know what's mad, Joe? Like I've always told, like I've heard people talk about, just touching on the whole like drill subject, but I've always heard people talk about like drill. Why are you promoting this kind of negativity? But again, it's marketing, innit? Like if I'm telling you, if people were like, you know what, we want to listen to gospel music. Right now, if people like bopping to gospel music, there'll be artists coming out from different corners. They'll be making gospel music because all it is to them, it's a business. It's a way out. It's a way to make money. What do people want to listen to? Do you know what I'm saying? What do people want to listen to? If people want to listen to violence is a hype, innit? And it's like it's gassing people up, and people like that energy.
Man, subscribe to violence.
They subscribe to that. And if it was praise and worship, if my name was on praise and worship, you get a lot of artists making praise and worship. So to them, they don't care whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? It's just the hype. People are gonna buy it. People are gonna sell it. You're a business person. You're dishing out to the people, to the audience, what they want to hear, innit?
They might want to hear about skanks and all the things there on road. So I'll give it to you, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
business.
So if you want to hear something different, then you got to subscribe to something different. Because if you're tired of like let's say drill, whatever, the content or whatever, and you want to hear something more positive, then you need to subscribe to that. Because then you'll get artists that'll be making those songs because that's what you're subscribing to. That's what the people want to hear. So the beginning of it all is what do the people want to hear? Do you know what I'm saying? That's it. And drill right now is a massive thing because people want to hear that. People complain about that, but a bag of people want to hear that. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that's just what it is, really.
It's just business, man. It's business. Do you know what I mean? Like YT people, to be fair, white people, bro. You like pop music, innit? I'm not saying all of you do pop, but a lot that do like pop music. That's what your artists are giving. You know what I mean? And there's an audience of people that like aggressive music.
To be fair, even a lot of white people are getting into the whole drill thing right
Yeah,
now.
fam.
Well,
Do
I mean-
you know the white drill rappers are out there now?
What's that group name? Yeah, Spark Nation. Spark
Mm.
Nation is was it drill with a little bit of what?
It's mainly drill.
It's mainly drill, but it's
Christian.
Christian, but it's Christian element to it.
Well, yeah, apparently.
But
What?
you know they're talking.
What?
So
You know Pastor Toby, right? Pastor Toby. I don't know if you've heard about him. He's a pastor, right? And he has this church following, but
He's left the church now.
he's left that
That's
church.
a conversation for
But he had this people that he recruited because he was recruiting people from the streets to change their life and whatever. And we know the whole controversy about all that money scam and whatever. But what I wanted to touch on is Spark Nation. They were doing music. They had a little group, and they were talking gospel in their drill music. So it was like drill with a bit of gospel.
yeah.
But they got hit from that. But what they were saying is, look, I'm not talking about drill, the bad side. I'm talking gospel stuff, but I'm trying to relate to you lot through drill. But they got hit from it. Like, what do you guys think about that situation?
You know what? That's a very
To
sensitive
be honest,
thing, man.
ooh, that's a whole big topic, you know.
Bro,
That's a
I'm
massive.
telling you,
that's
like,
a massive topic,
that's
you know.
very broad because everyone's gonna have their takes on
Gee,
it.
that's a massive. Okay. Okay. Personally, like obviously, there's a couple of videos I've seen, right?
Alright.
For me, I think I like the idea. I like the idea of trying to modernize Christianity a little bit, because obviously times have changed. The youth, there's certain things that they react to. There's certain things that they're more in tune with. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to be a bit clever. Like if you're a pastor, you want to win souls. You've got to be a bit clever. You need to come down to a certain level where you can like meet the youngsters, the young people, the youths, because you need to be able to relate to them. That's in terms of like business or whatever, or spirituality. I know Christianity is not business or whatever, but spirituality or whatever, you need to relate. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you're a pastor, you're preaching the word. You need to relate with your audience. You need to preach the word to them. You need to basically distribute. In this, you know what I mean? Essentially, if you're trying to win souls, that's pretty much what it is. And so I get the concept of it, and I think it's a great idea. But I think the question is, how far can you go without twisting what the Bible says?
Yeah.
So if we're talking about Christianity, there's certain things that it's got to be done a certain way. As much as you're trying to reach your audience or whatever, should you now change what Christianity is about? For example, the video that we was watching, right? You have like all these Lambos and all this D squared and all this stuff that it's not humble.
That's not vanity.
Do you know what I mean? It's vanity. And the Bible preaches a lot about being about humility and humbleness and everything. And that is not.
That's the complete opposite.
That's the complete opposite. So I understand what they're trying to say, trying to meet the youngsters halfway or whatever, but it's going against what the Bible preaches. So personally, like I disagree with it personally.
Yeah.
And if even the aggressiveness and what he's talking about and stuff like that, some of the way he's twisted the words a little bit, it's kind of alright, but for me, it's kind of like. Nah, man.
I mean, I
It's not
get what
me.
you're saying, yeah, but you gotta understand that the youth these days are lost, fully lost. They don't even know, and the Bible's been changed so many times, anyways. So I feel like now, especially the younger youths, you need to connect with them somehow.
Right.
And drill is a good way. Yeah, fair enough. I don't agree with the, like I said, I don't agree to a certain extent. I don't agree with the whole, because they did the tune with the. What was that tune that they made? What's it called? Spark Nation. Trap Mash.
They
Right?
actually got tunes.
They do a lot of
The
songs.
tune is hard in a way,
Yeah.
but I just don't feel like.
Yeah,
There's too much flashy shit in there.
Yeah.
I get it. Like too many fast cars and all that stuff. But it's a good way to connect. Because there's no other way to. These ones are lost.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, cool. What about, imagine I'm a youngster, imagine I'm a young guy, whatever, like, let's say I'm 16, 17, I'm saying these guys are meant to be my role models. They're in a Lambo. They're driving all these nice cars and they've got all these nice jewels and they've got all this amazing clothing. And I can't afford that. What about the people that cannot afford that? Does that mean that they can't meet Christ? Does that mean that they can't connect with Christ because they're not wearing D squared? Like, how are you appealing to the people that can't afford the stuff? Are you telling them to go and steal? Are you encouraging them to resell? I don't think we need to modernize Christianity, right? I just think, I understand what you're saying in terms of the approach. Yeah, we need to modernize the approach, but not necessarily Christianity. You can't change the religion. Religion is the religion. The Bible's like long time old, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's old, and the aim is not really to change it. You can't be changing that because that's not the true word, innit? You want to get as close to the real true version as it is as possible, really. But like I said, do we now modernize it by going against it? What's the purpose of trying to win souls, but you're not even teaching them the right things in the wrong language? You know what I mean?
The thing with this, my problem with this video is there's a lot of vanity involved. From the jump, the first thing I saw was lubes,
Lambos and everything.
Lambos, and like, bro, like you're just promoting vanity at this point. I get the concept of like trying to reach out to, you know, a crowd of people that, you know, they find these things appealing, and that might be the way you can actually get their attention. But, you know, you're compromising your values just to win over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So where does that put you? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, true. But I guess it comes with the attraction. You know, attraction is what works these days. You know what I mean? You gotta attract to.
I understand.
Change these days.
I mean,
like to be fair, even like this is just my opinion. Like there's certain terms that they use in the lyrics. You know, what I mean? Like if I'm speaking about, you know, the gospel, and I don't want to be hearing certain terms that I've, you know, like if I'm hearing trap. You know, I mean, the first thing my mind goes to is the band, like man's trapping out here. So if you're trying to be, you know, in a biblical sense, you shouldn't be using certain terms like that. You know, because you're still promoting the wrong message.